A while ago, I made a video of me talking about transferring schools. In that video, I talk about the inconveniences or the perks of transferring from an old school to a new school. The general idea of transferring schools is to hopefully give students a fresh start in a different school environment. Maybe the schools they previously went to weren't the best of schools, so the aim is to go to a better institution in order for the students to thrive in academia. Not My Hero Academia, Japanese cartoon fans. Anyway, so yeah, that's transferring schools. But I don't see anyone on the internet talking about starting a new school after graduating. Which is surprising, as a lot of students are starting new schools after graduation. Hell, you've probably graduated primary school or middle school for my American viewers, and you're in the process of starting your high school journey in a new school. Or you've graduated high school and you're in the process of starting college or university. And if you're either, congrats on completing your sentence and good luck to your new one. Okay, I'm kidding. Primary school as a whole was pretty normal for me. There was nothing special I could recall about primary school. I guess the teachers were nice. It was fun playing football with the other students in the school playground, and the school lunch was delicious. That was literally my primary school experience in a nutshell. I can't remember the intricacies of it as it was so long ago. Seriously, like I graduated from primary school 11 years ago. Over a decade ago. Damn. Time is flying faster than a fighter jet. I am actually reaching UNC status. What a shame. Now, after graduating from primary school, I had hopes. I mean, this is what I'll be for the next 5 years. I hope those 5 years aren't hell. I hope by the end of those 5 years, I ain't wanting those years back. I hope I make friends easily. I hope the teachers doesn't suck. I hope there is an AstroTurf in the playground. Okay, as you can see, I had hopes and expectations for my new high school. Now the question is, will my new school live up to those expectations and hopes? Well, the first thing I found out is that my new high school was an all-boys high school. Already a red flag. You're telling me that there's no females in this new high school. That means no chance of finding my high school sweetheart. Okay, I have to attend a sausage fest for the next 5 years. What the hell? Okay, does my parents want me to be educated or diddled? Obviously, I wasn't happy with going to an all-boys high school, as what business do I have in being in a school with only dudes? Okay, it screams prison shower events. That's zesty as hell. I wanted to be at a mixed gendered school, but my parents insisted for me to be in this zesty ass school because apparently this school had the best pass rate in the whole borough of London. So it was not even a choice that I had. It was final. I had to go to this all-boys high school. What an absolute shame. So unfortunately, we had to take a tour of this school to see the environment, the layout, and to familiarize myself with the school infrastructure so it'll be easier for me to navigate when I start going to that school. Now, upon seeing the school, I'll tell you straight up, the school looked absolutely ugly. I mean, if you see the buildings, it looked like an abandoned house built before the 1900s. Okay, I wasn't lying about how British school buildings looked outdated like expired bread. However, what surprised me is that the interior of the school looked very modern, new and stylish. Almost like I was in Buckingham Palace or something. Talk about ugly on the outside but pretty on the inside. The school is small. It does have an AstroTurf, thankfully. The cafeteria looks alright, but the hallways are narrow. So there was good things and bad things about the school, but the bad things overclouded the good. And there were two specific bad things that I particularly did not like about this school. Number one, the hallways were narrow, and number two, the fact that it's an all-boys school. Man, I had to mention that one more time, as oh man, it just couldn't get any worse. Now, fast forward to the first day of school. I was the complete new kid in an all-boys school. I didn't know anyone in the school. None of my homies from primary school were in this school. I thought I was just gonna be the loner until I found out that my cousin was attending the school. Oh man, let's get it. There is someone I know and trust in this new school that I'm going to. That is jackpot luck right there. Imagine in an alternate universe where he wasn't there. I would be subjected to a mass violation by the male students in the bathroom or something. Forget bullying, they would have told me to pick up the soap by force. So yeah, I was very grateful that he was there. But there was only one minor problem. I was in year 7 and he was in year 9. He wasn't in the same year as me, so I was forced to make friends with students in my year group. And that was the biggest challenge for me, as I was not the type to try strike up a conversation with someone randomly to create a bond. Not in that way. Like I said, I don't swing that way like Central C, but to be friends is what I mean. And also, they didn't really want to chat to me as well. School lunch really reinforces the fact that you have no one. It's like every table is reserved for the groups in my year. One is reserved for the athletes, another table is reserved for the gamers, and I'm out here wondering where I should sit. I try to sit with the gamers as I love playing video games as well. You know, I love playing games like FIFA or Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and all of them type of games. So there's a common interest that's established. So I thought it would be easy making friends with these dudes. So when I sat with them, I told them that I like playing video games as well, and I asked them what games they like to play. They said they like playing Minecraft. Minecraft? You mean the game that has square heads? When they said they like playing Minecraft, I knew there and then that I had to leave this table full of clowns and just start eating with my cousin at school. My cousin and I ate and hung out with the Filipino dudes at school lunch. Then after, we would play basketball in the school basketball court. Bro, playing basketball with my cousin and those dudes were the only memories I would cherish in that school. Mate, them Filipino men were insanely good at basketball. They did the maddest tricks. Before playing with them, I thought I was the best at basketball, like I was going to rival 2018 LeBron, but they humbled me very quickly after playing with them. Speaking of nationalities, this school I went to was in London, so it had a mixed ethnic demographic. There were black dudes, Indian dudes, Filipino dudes, Arab dudes, Portuguese man, Somali man, Brazilian man, European man, and a bit of British man, which was proper, you know, I liked that. But what I didn't like was my form tutor. Oh my days, my form tutor was annoying as hell. If you don't know what a form tutor in school is, a form tutor is someone that doesn't teach any subjects per se, but they're responsible for a special group called forms. They are the first teachers we meet even before our lessons, and they take attendance, monitor punctuation and academic progress, and provide relevant care for whoever needs it. My form tutor specifically did anything but provide care. They don't care about any of us students. You think that because we started a new school, the form tutor would at least make us feel welcome. But nope. The second we settled down into the class, they blast the whole class with a set of rules delivered like a prison guard doing a roll call. Then they go off on some rant talking about how students these days are so lazy and don't respect authority. Excuse me, you don't even know me. You've known me for the past 5 minutes and you're already lumping me into whatever miserable story you built up in your head. The form tutors doesn't even do icebreakers. Why would they? Icebreakers with the class is not an activity they got listed in their calendars. However, they certainly care about if there's ice in their iced latte. If there's one thing that the form tutor did extremely well, it was to remind me school will always be school. No matter which school I go to, I will never escape it. The only escape is when I finish school. Now, after having the form tutor down my throat, I had to deal with finding lockers. And also, don't get me started in finding my classes and getting lost in the hallways just to end up in the wrong classroom. Every single time of me being a new kid at school, this always happens. And when I enter the right classroom, I get a detention right off the bat because I was late. There's no mercy for the fresh year 7s new kids in high school. And the teacher, of course, sends a mountain of homework on day 1 of school. And the head teacher has the audacity to say, new beginnings in your high school journey. Right, new beginnings of pain and torture, you mean. Anyways, if you're starting a new school from scratch, I said it once and I'll say it again. Don't lose your mind and enjoy it while you can. If you really can, that is. But if you want to see an in-depth experience on how the first day of school is like, then the video is right here on screen right now. Click on it. Cheers. Thank you. I'm out.